Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Monday. Today I wanted to share with you a big mistake that I made going into this year's Crested Gecko breeding season. It's actually a couple smaller mistakes that all kind of add up into one big one. And I want to share it with you so you can hopefully avoid doing these because this is really going to affect my Crested Gecko breeding season this year. The first mistake that I made this year was selling off a lot of my proven female breeders all at once. As I've mentioned on this channel earlier in the year, I'm really starting to move towards producing mostly red related animals, variety of different things, but mostly red phantoms. And so that means I had to cut down on some other projects that I was working on, mainly my Extreme Harlequin stuff, which is my oldest project. And that's where a lot of my proven female breeders were from. So the mistake that I made is I went and I sold a lot of my proven female breeders all at once. All this last year, I sold the majority of them. I only kept one of my proven Extreme Harlequin female breeders that I had here, and I sold the rest of them to make room for grow outs and other red related animals that I was going to be getting in the mail. And so I went and I sold all those. And the problem with this is I had all these really nice animals. I know they were proven. I know they were good producers, and I went and I sold them all at once, which really left me in a bad spot. And so this year I'm going into it with a lot of unproven animals, which is proving to be difficult. The second big mistake that I made going into this year was trying to rely on, or thinking that I was going to be able to rely on, animals that I was purchasing the year prior. So as you all know, in 2022 I did quite a few Crested Gecko unboxings, and that wasn't actually all the geckos I got in either. I did quite a few off of camera, or I just didn't feel like they were cool enough to make a video on. But I got in quite a few new Crested Geckos that I was going to be working with in 2023, and the mistake that I made is thinking that I could get a female in 2022 and then rely on her for 2023. Now this is usually the case, but the problem with this is I ran into two main issues this year. So I'm not exactly sure how many females I bought, but at one time there was 3 females that I had purchased that were ready to breed size, and unbeknownst to me and not disclosed by the seller, they had been paired prior to me purchasing and receiving them. So I've been collecting some eggs on and off from them throughout the fall and into this spring that are fertile, which I guess isn't horrible. It's just that I wasn't able to get lineage on 2 of the females I received. So I'm getting a bunch of random babies, and now they're down for the count for this year, and I'll have to wait till next year to breed them and use them for my projects, which is a big blow on itself, but also just the fact I'm getting all these random babies now. I was able to get lineage for one, but still I wish I would have known that they were previously paired, because I probably would not have purchased them then. So that's 3 females right there that I was thinking that I would be able to use, and I could not because they're already paired. The other problem I ran into was with 2 of the females I purchased from one breeder. Proven breeders, I expected to use them for this year. Unfortunately, they came to me very, very, very thin. And I asked the breeder about this when I received them. She said she had bred them the last year, and that's why they were proven, but they really kind of crashed from that. And so even if I had gotten them up to weight this year, it would just not be right to breed them just from how thin they were. So they got to get a whole year to recover, and potentially they may never be a breeder again. So that's 5 geckos total, 5 females that I had purchased that I was thinking that I'm going to be able to use for 2023, and I'm not going to be able to use them after all. So the first mistake, sold all my proven females, thinking that I was going to get these new ones that I was going to be able to use. Can't use some of the new ones to breed in 2023. And then the third mistake that I made is, so I always keep a kind of small rotation of geckos that I'm growing up that are going to be ready to breed. So they're not proven breeders yet, but they're ready to breed at that time. And so what I did was I had a bunch of these Extreme Harlequin females that were adult in size. They weren't proven breeders, but they were ready to breed, and I sold those as well because I didn't think I was going to use them. I didn't think I would need them, and they were Extreme Harlequins, and I was trying to make room for red stuff, so I sold those as well. So really this all kind of came together in a poor way. I sold a lot of my proven breeder Extremes. I got a bunch of geckos I thought I was going to be able to use, and I couldn't. And then I sold all the other extra virgin females that I had because I didn't think I would need them. And so what this has really done is left me in kind of an interesting spot right now. I have some females that I'm breeding, or I'm attempting to breed. Most of my collection right now is virgin females. I have a few red females that have been good producers, but the majority of my collection right now is all these virgin females, and so far I don't have many good eggs from them. And it's obviously still pretty early in the year, but I'm a little bit worried that they might not produce to their full extent as a nice proven breeder might. The unfortunate thing about an unproven female is that they can be really hit or miss. I've had first year females produce 12 eggs in 1 year, and then I've had them produce no eggs, 1 egg, 2 egg. So it can be really random, and you really don't know what you're going to get. I still have hope out that I'm going to produce a good number of eggs this year. So far I've hatched, I think, 3 of the random baby geckos that I got with the females I had purchased, and I think I have like 6 eggs in the incubator. But just compared to other years at this time, I'm really, really low on eggs. So it's going to be interesting to see how the year unfolds. I'm still hoping to get some good pairs going. I have a lot of nice females breeding. Even though they're first year females, I have faith that some of them will produce some good eggs. But I just wanted to share this with you in case this is something you're considering doing. Do not sell your proven breeder females until you have other proven breeders to replace them. That's number one, and I'm pretty sure I've said that before on this channel, and I went and did that same mistake. So that's where we're at for this year. I'm hoping to produce some good babies for this year though, and I'll just have to keep you guys in the loop on how that goes. That's going to about wrap up this video. I just wanted to share those with you in case you're thinking of selling off a lot of your females. Maybe it's not the best time unless you have females to replace them. I also wanted to make you guys aware that my spring sale is going to be taking place in about a month from now on April 14th. There'll be more details to come, and I'll mention it more in future videos. I've just been pretty busy lately getting ready for that and working on some other stuff. But yeah, so that's where we're at with the Crested Gecko breeding season. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to be picking some holdbacks. We're going to be going through the holdbacks I picked a couple months ago and seeing if I was right about them or not. And then we're also going to be, I wanted to show you some of my baby red geckos, hopefully. So anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't make these same mistakes, and I will see you in the next one.